Power 104.7. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. Bear with me here. It's been quite an afternoon already. Through the Center of Broadcast Journalism, Power 104.7 is training the next generation of journalists and changing who gets to tell the stories. We deliver hands-on, intensive training with award-winning professionals, then put our students straight to work in a real newsroom right here at Power 104.7. This mission matters now more than ever, and we need your support. Help us diversify newsrooms across our state with a tax-deductible donation to the Center of Broadcast Journalism. No gift is too small, and every dollar makes an impact. Donate now at the Center for Broadcast Journalism.org. Well, again, hey everybody, Nyia Harris here for Open Book with Nyia Harris. Having a little bit of technical issues, but my guests are here in studio. I'm so excited to have you. We scheduled this so long ago. Thank you so much for being here. Dr. Perm, Nurse Felicia, how you doing?
Doing well. Thank you for having us, Nyia. We're excited to be here.
I'm so excited you're here. Yes. And on a gorgeous, beautiful day.
It is. Minnesota is a particularly good day, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know that it's supposed to snow later this week?
Yes, I do. I'm very sad about that.
I just scrubbed that too, and she told me this morning, it's going to snow again.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings. You're working so hard.
The news even said, get outside and enjoy today. If you missed yesterday, get outside and enjoy today because it's going to snow later this week. So that's Minnesota for you. Yeah. You just roll with it. And other than that, what's been going on? How are you guys? I heard you had a vacation.
If you could call it that.
Right.
Yes. I call it a partial vacation.
A partial vacation.
It was supposed to be a vacation and sabbatical, but it turned into a working vacation. So,
okay.
Yes. I got to spend about 8-9 days in Arizona. So I love the sun. They were having record highs out there at the time.
Yeah.
So it's March and they were already into the hundreds. Which I was welcoming. They were like, whoa, slow
even
down.
like the residents are like, this is too
this was
much.
Early for that time of year, for sure. So I got to celebrate my best friend's birthday, and we had an adventurous trip. So we did some kayaking. I conquered a fear and did a hot air balloon ride, jury's still out whether I recommend it or not.
Okay.
I survived, so I'll not do it again. I don't want to tempt fate. But
Okay.
I really don't like heights, and so it was a big deal for me to be up there.
Okay, I'm with you. I don't like heights either. Good on you, though, for doing it and conquering it.
Absolutely.
So while she was doing all that, what were you doing?
Nothing. No. So the first week, it was me and my son at home. So she took the girls out to Arizona, and me and my son were home for a week together. I was working, he was in school, and I would come home and I would say, "You good?" And he would say, "Yeah, I'm good. You good?" And then we would go about our day.
Okay.
They would go about our day. He would call them every day and tell them there's no food.
There's no food.
Now everybody knows when you open that freezer, food falls out onto the floor. So we're not even going to say there's no food. So, and then I got to travel home, back to the DMV for a little while, spent some time with friends and family. Friends really helped revitalize me and keep me on the right track. I was moaning a little bit about working vacations and all the work we have to do, but by the third boo-hoo, they were like, all right. Let's make a plan. So I had those type of friends. They helped me to really
keep you grounded, sounds like.
Yeah, keep me grounded. They were straight shooters, these childhood friends, and then it must have been 2 a.m, bust out a laptop and start working again on a plan, So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I want you to jump back for a second on something. Kids and saying that there's no food in the house.
Oh my
Can we talk about that just really quick? Because I also have teenagers and they say the same thing. And it's not necessarily that there isn't food in the house. It's not what they want to eat.
They want to eat
at that moment. Yeah.
Now, I don't know. It could be me. I feel like we did not say so much as children. There was no food in the house. I don't think we were as vocal as our children are about this, right? Yeah. Like, we may have thought it, but we didn't say it. We just dealt.
Yeah.
We made a lot of sandwiches.
Man, saltines.
Saltines.
Peanut butter.
We found a way. And this was before the age of like DoorDash and Uber Eats and Man, I can't tell you how many times the doorbell rings at like 9 o'clock and my son has ordered Chipotle.
Oh my God.
I'm like, we just had dinner. We had free dinner right here. Like, that's how you want to spend your money.
And
it's
now,
on you.
He's not doing it now though because gas prices hit him. Now he needs gas money, so.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Kids are something else, aren't they? Speaking of kids, right? Like, how old are your kids? I know, but tell the listeners, the viewers.
How are they, Dad?
Okay. the ones he says of mine are 17. I'm going to get in trouble for that later. 17, 13, and 8. Boy, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Good kids. Easy kids.
Yeah.
They all have their special personalities. Mm-hmm. But man, I'm gonna be honest. Our kids make it super easy.
That's delightful.
They make it super easy. They have their things.
Yeah.
They have their kid moments, of course. But man, I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, I second that. They're super good, super easy. I tease with our son. You know, we co-parent him. We and him.
Yeah.
The child is involved in a lot.
He's helping make the decisions.
He's helping make his parenting decisions.
Yeah.
But,
just last week.
Really good.
What did he say just last week? He was going through it, you know, with all the ice disruption stuff here. It's affecting people's school and all of that.
Sure.
And I said, man, what do you need, man? You need help? You need me to be a parent? And he was like, yeah, I do. I was all right, man. No more video games. So we co-parent with it.
Yes.
I love that. Well, we are going to get into all things Right Spot Wellness, talk more about your lives and your kids, of course, and just everything else. You going to stick with me?
Yeah,
of
we're
course.
here.
We're going to take a quick music break. We'll be back in just a bit. You're listening to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. All right, we are back. Thanks again for tuning in to Power 104.7, your home for hip hop and R&B. Again, Open Book with Nyia Harris. My guest today, Dr. Perm and Nurse Felicia of Right Spot Wellness, 2/3 of Right Spot Wellness. Who are we missing here?
We're missing Dr. Tran, Dr. Tin Tran, Tin Man.
Tin Man, Tin Tran, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
the
Party Pop
hotline.
Yeah.
What is it, the party?
Yeah, I don't know how he coined that.
Party
but
Pop Hotline.
how he answers the phone, no
Every
matter what time you call him.
Oh.
No matter what, it's the Party Pop Hotline.
Oh, you call his cell phone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always very professional when I call him.
That gives you an idea of what you're working with.
Yeah, he just has so much energy. I just adore him.
Yeah,
So,
love him.
I just have to say, from my own experience, you need to go into Right Spot Wellness. It is like, it's a party there. Like, okay, I always say too, you know I'm comfortable when the shoes come off.
Yeah.
Like, and every time I've been there, I'm like, taking the shoes off, you know. So, yeah, you guys are great. I want to talk a little bit more about your business. You have a great website here too, by the way. I sent someone your way the other day.
Oh.
Someone at the gym.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll, I don't want to say his name
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he didn't, but,
Yeah.
but hopefully he
We
reached
appreciate
out.
the referrals.
Yeah, he was telling me something in his neck. Is
Wait,
there like L7 or something in there?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
It's just-
Yeah, there's a C7.
I think
When
I
you
see
said
that.
you were pointing somewhere, I was like, no.
Well, one of us is the chiropractor.
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
us, so.
Yes.
Well, I want to ask you guys, because you're obviously husband and wife. Yes, and you met.
Today.
What's that?
Today.
Ask you tomorrow, it'll be a different story.
Yeah.
But husband and wife, how long have you been married?
Uh-oh. You don't know either, do you?
I was going to say, you say it.
I think
All
18 years, one more year longer than our son's been alive,
Correct.
right? So 18 years.
18 years. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Where did you meet?
We met in school.
I think we met in the garage.
So we're
Wait,
high school
hold on.
sweethearts.
In the garage at school.
I'm pretty sure we met in...
I'm going high school sweethearts.
High school
He
sweetheart.
counts middle school. I do not.
We dated
Okay.
in
We've
middle
known
school.
of each other that long, though.
Okay.
I think he says the garage because he is best friends with the son of my father's best friend.
Okay.
So technically, my dad knew of him before I knew of him.
Oh, wow.
So maybe he thinks that's why he knew me. But
okay. So maybe you were eyeballing her, and then she wasn't.
Man, not after I met her father. He said stay away from my daughter. But
did you really say that?
Oh yeah, right away. I didn't even know his daughter. Actually, you cheerleaded for my football team, and I didn't even know it too. In 5th grade or something.
I don't think I cheerleaded for your football team.
Didn't you cheerlead for the Wild?
A football team.
Okay, it's my football team.
Okay.
So we have the football player and the cheerleader. Yeah. I love it. I love it. It's like a sitcom.
Yeah. It can be.
It can be.
Yeah,
it can
for
be.
sure.
What do you think? Okay, so you've been together for 18 years or married for 18 years?
We've been married for 18.
Together since 7th grade. We're counting it.
Since 10th grade.
Okay.
But a long time.
A long time.
We've been together longer than we have not been together.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
I love that. I love all things love, all things black love.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you think is the most difficult thing about marriage? What would you say? Wait. Don't answer that.
Okay.
Do not answer that.
Yes.
Why aren't they answering that? Because if you listen to the show, then you know we always end on a cliffhanger. So at this point, I want to thank you so much for tuning in, listening. I know this part was a little bit shorter just because of our technical issues, so thank you for bearing with us on that. If you like this episode, you can tune in just a couple days on my YouTube channel, Open Book with Nyia Harris, where you can listen to this episode in its entirety. Thank you so much. Get outside. It's gorgeous out there before the snow comes. And I will catch you next week. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks. All right, we're back. Okay, in podcast mode. What were you just saying, Dr. Brown? Being married?
What's the hardest part about being married is probably just being married and all that it encompasses. You spend every day together. You think of any friend that you could be around every day and not argue with. That's impossible. Mm-hmm. And then, we work together, often commute together. Yeah. I would say the hardest part up until this point, which I'm currently working on, is just accepting some things. And I don't mean giving up, but you don't always have a rhyme or a reason or need to understand why. It's just who a person is, and sometimes you just have to accept it for what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that I probably would agree with that. Accepting is hard for people in general. Accepting things about ourselves, accepting things about our family, accepting things about our loved one, the person who's supposed to, love us till the end. Mm-hmm. And I think we don't realize what acceptance is until we're challenged to do so.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably the most difficult part, is being on this journey with yourself and your partner.
Yeah.
Is accepting that, okay, they are who they are. Sometimes we learn new things about each other along the way. And you have to decide, is this still the person that I, thought they were? Yeah. Is this still the person that I love and want to be with? Sure. And if the answer to that is yes, then I accept them for that, and we keep moving forward.
Yeah, you keep growing and learning, right? Especially when you've been together since 7th and 10th grade.
Yeah, right there you go.
Yeah.
7th and 10th grade.
I gotta pivot and ask the opposite then. What's the best thing about being married? What's the best thing?
I don't have to be out in these streets. These street stories. I go, man, sometimes they sound good, but most of the time they're rough.
I've heard this. I've heard this from folks, dating scene is trash, blah, blah, okay.
I would say, I think since we've been together so long, the best thing is family. Mm. We have a good family.
Good family unit.
Yeah, we can drop our kids off at most of our family's house, same vice versa. Yeah. People drop in, hang out. It's nothing better than family.
Yeah. That's so good. Yeah. That's so good to hear. Seriously, that warms my heart, especially when we are in kind of a world of it feels like chaos right now. Yeah. And so you have to find that joy, those tiny wins. And like I said earlier before the break, just black love, I'm here for it. Yes. So, yes. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Let's talk a little bit more about this business. This is a great photo, by the way. Go to the website, brightspotwellness.com. Okay. acupuncture, cupping, chiropractic care, IVs. What don't you do?
Right. Surgery.
Yeah, we don't do that. Well, how much money do you
do? You do fat transfer? No,
it's been asked, but not yet.
What else do we do? We do functional medicine too. We have women's health. We have, did you say cupping? Cupping.
Health coaching,
some PT,
fitness assessments, movement assessments. Health coaching is how we can walk alongside someone on their journey to make a change. So oftentimes making a change requires that mental reset as well. And sometimes we get blocked with that, right?
Sure.
Like we know we want to eat better, but the day-to-day of actually eating better can be a challenge, right?
Yeah.
So with health coaching, we can walk alongside people as they move to making those changes by shifting the mindset, shifting the way they think about things and feel about things, and then in turn making those behavior changes.
How do you make, not how do you make, but how do you get someone to shift? Like, say they're like, I really need to make a change. I'm going to the Bahamas in 3 months.
I want to be beach body ready.
I want to look great, help me fit into my swimsuit.
Yeah, so I usually start with your why, right? Why do you want to change? Helping just to bring that to the forefront is big for people, right?
Yeah.
Because it usually starts off, I just want to fit in the swimsuit, I want to look good on the beach. But as we dig deeper, a lot more starts to be uncovered.
Sure.
As far as the why, one of my favorite questions to ask is, how will this change impact your life? How will this change make you feel better, make you feel worse? So just, those key targeted questions that really get people thinking and help put things into perspective is kind of the first start to.
That's a great question
changes.
too.
Yeah.
How will this impact your life? Yeah. Let's pivot to you, Doctor. You don't want to.
I know. I can. I love to talk. So but I was letting her have the floor. So for me, I think what I do is I'm honest with people, and I get people to be honest with themselves. So when people say, I want to lose 20 pounds, it's always weight loss. Everybody, it normally starts off with, so you have different categories of people come in. Either they had like some real medical problems, or they're really there for those things. But for the people who are coming in for their general wellness, they'll say like, I want my lab work to be better. But then when you boil it down to brass tacks, they want to lose weight.
Okay.
Right. And what I ask them is like, what have they done in the past to lose weight, and how much effort did it take, and how effective was it? And so when someone sets a goal like, in 2 months, 3 months, I want to lose 20 pounds, and 5 minutes prior to that, they were saying, I've been doing really well. I've been trying a lot. I've been working out. I've been eating better. And I lost 5 pounds. So I say, well, if you think that's a lot and you want to lose 20 pounds, then we have to go on this journey adjusting your goal, or adjust your actions and your habits. If you want big results, it takes big action, and getting people to reconcile that, and like you said, put that in the right category and try to obtain it. That's really what we do. And accountability, hold people accountable.
That can be a really tough thing. Let's stay there for a second. Accountability. So it's one thing to say, I want to do this thing. It's another thing to be accountable. Right? What do you think holds people back? Because wellness industry, I feel like this is all tied in, this is all connected, right? Is a $1 billion industry, right? Like people wanting to lose weight and look their best. We were talking about that prior to even being live, as the BBL thing, and right now, right? Like that's people do that because they want to look a certain way, right? So when I say accountability, right? When they say, okay, I want to lose 20 pounds, how do you help that person be accountable?
Ooh, good question. I think, starting by, again, bringing their goals to life, putting them in front of them. Consistency is big, and just like that constant reminder, hey, this is why you're doing this. Hey, this is why you're doing this. Remember, you said you want X, Y, and Z, and this is how we're going to get to X, Y, and Z. What happens when you don't do? We set a plan to work out 3 days a week. Well, how do you feel when you miss a day? How do you feel when you do an extra day, right? So just bringing the emotion into the action, I think, is a big way that we can help keep people accountable, and helping them to identify it in that moment, right? Because when 5 minutes go by, you're in our rapid lifestyles, you're already on to the next thing. But if you can highlight it in that moment, look at how great you felt right now because you got up and you made it to the gym, versus, hey, it's 5:05. I see you're not at the gym. You said you were going to be at the gym. What are you doing? You know how you're going to feel tonight because you didn't go to the gym. So maybe there's a little shame there.
I like shame. I like shame.
You like shame?
Oh, shame.
I call it accountability, right? Like, so in that moment, you're right. I felt great because I hit my goal, or darn, I feel really bad because I didn't hit my goal, and tomorrow I don't want to do that again.
So it kind of sounds like Bright Spot Wellness kind of acts as the accountability partner, right?
That's our goal.
Absolutely.
And I try to get people to like triage their life. Like, if you say, is this important for you to do, why are you doing it at the end of the day? Or why are you missing these times? Or why are you not packing your lunch before? Or why, so I have people take accountability in that role. Like, let's see how important it really is to you because, you want to lose the weight, but I also saw you out Friday night. LA Fitness is open. What are we doing right now? And so having those accountability moments and holding people to it, really, and half the time I get patients that go, "Yeah, you're right. I really ain't serious about losing this weight," and that's really like
that's huge.
It's huge for them to reconcile that, and then I can work with that because I can give them little things. Otherwise, we have these lofty goals that will not meet.
You'll never achieve it.
I think that works so well because part of our care model is really relationship based, and we build these relationships with our patients, so we can say those things, right? Usually not in the first meeting, but depending. We do get to that point where we can have those really real conversations. We have so much that we offer in the clinic, so there's like constant touch points. So you might see somebody from our team 1 to 3 times a month, and every time you see us, that's another touch point. So I'm here for IV, but I'm working with Dr. Tin on Acu for sleep. Well, I'm touching point. How's your sleep been? What are you doing? How are you coming off the phones? Are you cutting the caffeine? So it really is this team approach and this relationship based care that we provide. So that, I think, is how we're able to be so successful with calling our patients out whenever we see them in line at McDonald's, which has happened before.
Oh man!
Is that when you
and we can celebrate with them
shame.
too. Like,
send them an email. Shame. That's all I said in the email. No, but I think we do a good job of meeting people where they are. Certain people can receive certain messages, and we do our best to be adaptable to our patients and deliver the message in a manner that they need and a manner that they can receive.
Sure. Wellness it's just such a big topic right now, right? And it's connected to so many different things. Diet, sleep, as you mentioned, exercise, overall like mental health, right? It's connected to all these different facets. Why was it important to go into this business? That's probably kind of like a pretty broad question. I can scale it down if you need me to, but why was it important to go into this particular industry for the both of you? Doctor and nurse.
I just wanted to keep up with my wife here. So I was in the military for a little while, and I got out. I had my undergrad in health education, exercise science, and my wife was coming home every day. Real big words, real big medical jargon, lives being saved. I was working as a personal trainer. I was helping people, but I really wanted to get in my bag a little bit more, and I had some clients at the time who had things going on, and I couldn't really figure out how to help them. And I would refer them to we had an in-house PT and chiro at our gym, and they would get treatment, my clients would get better, and they would train better. And I said, man, I really want to do that, and I want to elevate and be able to hold a conversation with my wife about the things. And here we are. For me, that was my journey. Yeah.
I think for me, I always knew that I wanted to be in healthcare from a young age. You know, I had big dreams of becoming a pediatric cardiothoracic surgeon.
I got her pregnant.
Who at 10 years old knows what that is, right?
I'm going to ask you offline what that is.
But I knew I wanted to be in medicine. I knew I wanted to be in healthcare. So I started my journey, you know, kind of early on into healthcare. Once I got into healthcare, I quickly realized that our healthcare system is not truly a healthcare system. It's really a sick care system. And it's a system that I don't want to say it keeps people sick, but at the end of the day, our modern day health system is designed to keep people in this loop. You know, we have to keep them dependent just enough on certain medication and certain procedures and certain resources because it keeps, you know, the funds rolling in. And so modern medicine really has shifted to a business model. And it's all about, you know, profits and the big corporations and pharma and all the things. Enough for another episode. But what I found as I was working, so my background, you know, worked in critical care, ICUs and ERs for most of my nursing career, and then shifting to primary care family medicine as an advanced practice provider. And so what I would see is that people are not well. People are managed, right? And they're managed with this medication. Again, they're managed with these steroid shots. They're managed with these minor in-office procedures, but there's no wellness in that. There's no thriving in that. And so even before becoming a nurse practitioner, I knew that I wanted to shift to this wellness-based care model. And honestly, there was a little bit of like, my people need this, right? Because my people don't do well in a system that's not designed for them, and we end up doing worse. And so my thought was, if I can get to people before they progress to the point of needing this healthcare system that is not meant for them, if I can help them get well and stay well and avoid that system altogether, then that's what I want to do. And so I've been working on that for 15 years now.
That's so honorable, right? And it makes so much sense, and it almost feels like, why aren't we doing that out of the gate, right? Like, when you're a child going to those child checkups, if the emphasis was, hey, be well, stay well.
Stay well. You're well now. Let's stay that way.
Exactly. Years ago, Chris Rock did a comedy special, and it's just one of those things that stuck with me. But he said, the money isn't in the cure. The money's in the medicine. So that speaks to what you just said a moment ago, right? What I have recently found out is that some of these, there's only like 10 or 12 like major food companies that like run the world, right? But they are in the pockets of some of the pharmaceutical companies. That's a perverse way of profit.
Everybody's in the same pocket.
Well, I don't think it's in the pocket. It's this like feedback loop of you scratch my, like you'll see, you know, heads of FDA retire, and you'll see these random drugs get approved, and then they'll go work for the company that the drug was from when they retire, and they'll collect these pension checks from that company, and they don't even do any work. Same with food. Like, once you start seeing like food fortified with, like, there are some fortifications that we need, but it's just like, I got an axe to grind with big dairy. But it's just, you know, things are put on the food pyramid that shouldn't even be there. And you know,
the old pyramid or the new pyramid?
I think it's a plate now, isn't it? It's a plate. It's a batch of pyramid. I know they're trying to flip the
it's
pyramid.
Like an upside down pyramid.
I don't know. Now we're getting into some secret society. But anyway, they you know, I just try to tell people. I think, like you said, everything is being managed, not cured. Man, we talk about being unhealthy. Like, people are living longer, but their quality of life is less. So you'll live to be 85, but maybe 20 years you're suffering. You know, I just came back from home, and everybody says their lab work is good, but they're wheezing why they sit there and breathe, you know, like, yeah, because we just care about these metrics, right? Your lab works good, but you can't stand more than 15 minutes and you're only 55, 58, you know, so things of that nature. And just trying to educate people, I think, is something that's not done. The way our healthcare system is set up, you know, you're in, you're out, 15 minutes. Most of the time your doctor doesn't even look at you, definitely doesn't lay hands on you and say, you say my shoulder hurts, they go, all right, we'll refer you to x-ray, they don't even check it out. I think we're just trying to build a model that works with people and acknowledges what they have going on and gives them the time that they deserve and need, and we're making good headway that direction.
That's so great. That's so great. Jen, you're changing lives one patient at a time.
Patient at a time.
Yes. You guys have been booked and busy, let me tell you. I think like 2 times ago I tried to get in, and I was, she's like, they're booked. I was like, well, that's a good thing.
It's a good problem.
Not for me.
No, I know. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. So proud of you guys and just what you're doing. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Like, we definitely need to be taking better care of ourselves. Something you just said a moment ago really strikes me when you said people are living longer, but there's been in the last 20 years suffering.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, well, we're pumping ourselves full of, just embalming ourselves. We're pumping ourselves full of things that manage this system, right? But, you know, when you manage the system, when you artificially give your body something, then that system doesn't have to do it itself. What was it, like during COVID? You put everyone on the vents, right? And then it's hard to get people off of the vents, right? Because the vent is like you can explain that better than me. Go ahead. This is your job.
I don't know if I would have used that example.
What? I mean, but it's a thing. Your body isn't working, right? So you put someone on a ventilator so your lungs aren't working, right? And if your lungs aren't working, they atrophy. They lose their capacity to function. When you take them off the vent, of course, the longer they're on, the more they atrophy, the more they stop using their ability to function. When you take them off, they can't even breathe on their own. And it's very similar with these drugs that we give people, where like we're managing your system artificially, but your system should be managing itself. So a lot of these drugs, once you start them, you don't get to come off of them. And your system is very complex. So if you tell one piece of the system it doesn't have to do something, there's another part of your body that was reliant on that system functioning and doing something. So that's how you end up on another medication and another medication, and it just keeps going. And I tell people the cure is in the work. When you come into the office and you say, I want to do it naturally, and I tell people, well, if you want to do it naturally, you have to be prepared to work more than you have in the past. Because the pill is the easy route, right? And there are people who need pharmaceutical interventions. We have the ability, and we prescribe at our clinic. But we do our best to mitigate that and use those abilities sparingly and at the appropriate time. So we love when people say they want to take responsibility for their health and do something on their own and work hard to change what's going on with their bodies, because that's what the cure is. It's in you doing the work. We're just facilitating the opportunity.
So let me ask you a question. Could you be someone who started taking care of themselves maybe later in life, we'll say 60, right? And people are living longer, as you just mentioned, and they're going to make it to 85, right? Is it possible that 60-year-old that just started taking care of themselves, right, later in life, by the time that they get to 85, could they be managing their health without any pharmaceuticals?
I 100% think,
Really?
yeah, I 100% believe it's never too late to change. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. We have many systems in our body that are regenerative. You know, they heal themselves. They can improve with the proper support. So I don't think it's ever too late. I think the biggest thing is, you know, understanding what your goal is and where you want to be. If you have someone who has, you know, 60 years, or I'll even say 40 years of poor health habits, you're not going to undo that in 6 months. Right. And so it's really a complex paradigm, and every person is unique, but with the right support, with the right support going into the body, I think you can have resolution and improvement, if nothing else. We can make those shifts and start moving more towards wellness and well-being and thriving and whatever that looks like for the individual.
Yeah. I think you make a fabulous point there about you can't undo like 40 years of bad habits, right? But you can start to work at, or at least not overnight.
Not overnight,
not in 6
correct,
months or whatnot.
correct.
But don't they say, like, even with smokers, right? People who smoke tobacco, that once you stop, right, like the body starts preparing itself. Like
that's one of them, right? Your lungs, your lung cells, and your lung tissue, they want to be healthy and well. So once you stop pumping it with poison, it will start to remodel and do this healing process. Your liver is another one, is very regenerative, and it will start to repair itself. But the key is we have to stop giving it the poisons and the toxins and the things that are harmful, and supporting it with the proper nutrition, with the things that make the body function well, which is sleep, stress management, movement, water. None of us drink enough water. I talk about water all day and I still don't drink enough water. But we have to pour into the body what it needs. And it's usually not anything wild and crazy. It's the basics, right? And I always say, think about what we do to take care of children, take care of infants and toddlers. We make sure they have their food. We make sure they're getting their vegetables. We give them naps whenever they're cranky. We make sure they get outside and play and burn energy. That doesn't just go away because we turn 20, right? Those same basic needs are there. We have to modify them and make them fit our adult lives and our busy modern day lifestyles, but the core basics are the same.
It's you mentioned poison. It's so much of what we have in our landscape now is not healthy for us. Even the things that they say are healthy, I pretty much tell people, if you see a commercial for it, it's probably not good for you. You've never seen a commercial for cabbage, or carrot, or anything like that.
You don't.
You're right. So, like, if you see a commercial for it,
can I say I do see commercials for avocados?
Right. So they had to put. Remember, we used to have raisins. We used to have the raisin dude. You know what I mean? But then they sprayed those with poison. So
I'm going to jump in before Dr. Perm spirals. He's getting on his on his soapbox.
He said I can talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Right? We just got him off the hat.
He said he's selling them.
I'm selling tinfoil hats.
I will sum it up as is there needs to be a huge shift in everything, right? And the way that our society is created, we just have to shift it. And people in all different places and cultures and groups are seeing that, a shift needs to happen.
For sure.
But a shift needs to happen. Our modern day lifestyles are not designed for us to be well. And, you can dive into from what working hours are, right? We're one of the only societies that don't have nap breaks. We don't have siestas like other cultures do.
Our commutes, our morning commutes
are crazy. Like the way our lives are set up from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep, it's just stress, insult, constantly having to navigate very, very tumultuous terrain for your average person, and that is not conducive to wellness, right? How many of us are able to wake up and stretch and let the sun shine in our eyes and take 20 minutes to listen to the birds chirp and wrap my mind around the day? Not many of us, right? And if you do, you're having to wake up at 4 a.m. to do so.
So many of us are able to do that, but we spend that time scrolling on our phones. And that's like the accountability part.
And so that's where I say like that shift has to happen, where we have to reset what's important, what we prioritize, what we seem to be able to do, because it feels like, no, you're right, I can't do that. I want to spend as much time as I can in the bed before I have to get up and get these kids out the door. And then I got to run to my work meetings and be there for 9 hours and then figure out what I'm cooking for dinner and try to make it to the gym and try to buy whole foods. And, it's a lot. And so the idea of just being and living well is a stressor for most of us in our modern day lives, because we're trying to fit this lifestyle into a system that's not designed to support it, right? Mm-hmm. We are a system that's designed for productivity and efficiency.
Profit.
And profit at the end of the day. Yeah. So, you know, for the individual, for those of us and the people out there who are like, I want to make this change, that's like step one, is understanding, okay, how do I make this change either fit into my life, or how do I change my life to fit the change that I want to make?
Yeah. You said it earlier. We could do a whole another episode just on this. Yeah. And we just might too. I want to make it up to you from what happened earlier. I have 2 more questions for you. I told you time was going to go fast. Look at that. I know. One was, this is why I like take notes, because it's like, well, if someone's talking, it's like, oh, I want to try to get back to that. But I do want to ask you something that I didn't write down, which is you have that great, big, beautiful space in Roseville. Again, go check them out. Go for a tour. Your space is so beautiful. And the first thing I always notice when I walk through the doors is like all the light that is coming in. Yeah. I mean, that was by design, right?
Yeah, like, very much so.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, the IV fusion I got from you was the vitamin D, right? Which we don't get enough of. And I just wanted to ask, like, what's next for you guys? Like, because you're booked and busy, people are finding out more about you. You're the name about town, you know, when it comes to wellness, which is awesome. I just love seeing your business grow so much. Like, what's next for you guys?
Yeah, I think, you know, continuing on this trajectory. I think I love the team that we have, and I love that each of us have our individual passions and visions for Right Spot Wellness. And at the end of the day, it all comes back down to this one vision, which is, you know, making our care accessible, empowering people to take better care of themselves, to know how to advocate for themselves so they can truly live, you know, their wellest, is that a word? Wellest life.
Right? Most wellest.
Most wellest.
Welliest.
Most welliest lives. We're expanding a little bit into doing more with communities and working with small businesses and other, you know, small, medium-sized organizations to bring more direct access to their employers their employees. So that's exciting. What else do we have in the works?
Yeah, I think that's it. Just doing what we do better and getting it to more people, you know. We see a good bit of people, but there's so many people who don't know about us and, quite frankly, need us. And we're just working to make ourselves more accessible, more visible, and better practitioners, just to help as many people as we can.
Yeah. I love that. Well, stay right there, because you said, quite frankly, they need us, right? More people to know about you, and quite frankly, they need us. So what is your number one piece of advice? What was your number one piece of advice to folks who are going to watch this or will listen to this? If they're not currently doing, managing their sleep, their stress management, their water, their movement. See, I was taking notes when you were talking. Like, what is the one thing you want folks to know right now who aren't taking care of themselves?
Oh, move more. You have to move more, and you almost can't move enough.
Okay.
Our lives are set up to just sit down all day long, driving, at home on your couch, in the bed, at work. Even if you have a standing desk, which is good, we're still not moving, and you don't see too much in the world not moving that's alive. So, I mean, a lot of our problems can be solved with movement, and move as a family. Do it with your friends, do it with your loved ones. Find a way to move more.
Move more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Same?
For mine, it would be just back to basics. You know, treat yourself like that toddler.
Yeah.
Be kind to them. Be gentle to them. Support them with what they need. Don't judge them. Right? If you need a nap, you need a nap. If you need some water, you need some water. Yeah. If you need to move, you need to move. And we just find ways to offer that support. So, get back to the basics.
Love that. Love that. Perfect place to park it. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to have to do this again. We're definitely
doing
this again. Because I have so many questions. Wellness is that's like my area. I'm not an expert, but it's like I know my own lived experience and how it's changed my life. I gave up sugar for quarter1, down to 11 pounds.
Look at that.
Congratulations. Didn't change anything else. Just was like, I'll stop eating the cookies.
Oh, my God.
I know. But that's the result, though. So now it makes me want to continue on.
motivate you to keep going. Yes. Exactly.
Yes. You have excellent motivation. Though you've motivated me. You actually got me back in the gym a month earlier. You got me back in the gym a month earlier than I wanted to. I was like, man, I had accountability.
That's right.
Accountability.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Next
for
week's
having
guest, yes, you're welcome. Next week's guest, Maria and Tamika of Angel Faces Beauty. If you've ever seen my makeup done, any one of those times, it's probably Maria who's done my makeup, and she does an amazing job, to the point where people are like, do you do that yourself? I'm like, no, I don't know how to do this. That's Maria. So I can't wait to talk to both her and her sister next week. But thank you to everybody, Power 104.7, Nate, who edits the podcast, and just everybody who has liked, shared, been a part of this podcast. It has been my absolute pleasure, and have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you.